Buenas tardes, hoy voy a hablar sobre lo que yo pienso acerca de las decisiones que está tomando el gobierno peruano acerca de diferentes enfermedades mentales, en especial sobre el trastorno límite de personalidad. Después de haber realizado el discurso hice la toma de notas en la cual utilicé los principios de Rosan del verticalismo y encadenamiento. Como se puede ver, en la primera parte está el anexo. En la primera parte de la estructura está el anexo o sujeto, verbo, complemento. Los símbolos que me están ayudando mucho a mí son, por ejemplo, este de la flechita, que quiere decir ahora, hoy, etc. Después está este símbolo que parece mayor, sin embargo lo utilizo para decir cuando alguien expresa algo, cuando alguien dice algo, señal, etc. Después utilizo para el corazoncito, para denotar que esta persona o quien esté dando el discurso está de acuerdo, le gusta, etc. Asimismo utilizo el símbolo más, que eso va a variar dependiendo de la parte de la estructura en la que esté. Por ejemplo, puede ser mayor, más, etc. Sin embargo, cuando está en la primera parte, que es la del nexo, en esa parte va a significar un conector, el conector de adición. Entonces voy a comenzar con el briefing, que será en inglés. For starters, my speech consists in three parts. In the first part will be the introduction, where I give you some facts about the borderline personality disorder. After that comes the example and then the conclusion. So the briefing has, I underlined some words that I think may be difficult for some of you, which is the disorder itself, the borderline personality disorder, or BPD, then the World Health Organization, and the Peruvian Ministry of Health, which is MINSA. Okay, so I'm going to start with the speech. Good afternoon. Today I'm going to talk about my feelings towards the decisions that the Peruvian government has made on the borderline personality disorder. According to the WHO, or the World Health Organization, mental health is related to a mental and psychological well-being. Well, this well-being is associated with the population's living conditions on different social groups. So, furthermore, this mental health is defined as a state of mind, as a state of well-being on everyday life episodes. According to the Ministry of Health of Peru, MINSA in Spanish, over 4.7 million people suffer from mental health condition in this country. In 2018, MINSA created a plan in which goal was to reduce the mortality on people with mental health issues. And the government wanted to strengthen the first and second level of attention, implementing communitarian establishment for people with mental health problems. So I do think this is a great idea for that the government made to take care about these people. In addition, Peru made a lot of resolutions, according to MINSA, which were about anxiety, depression, schizophrenia, and so on. However, there is a lack of research on the borderline personality disorder, or BPD. According to Medline Plus, which is a medical website, it says that borderline personality disorder is a mental condition in which the person has long-term patterns of unstable emotions. But the causes are not yet known, but people relate it with genetics and family and social factors. BPD's risk factor includes fear of abandonment in childhood or adolescence, disrupted family life, poor communication, family, and sexual, physical, or emotional abuse. BPD can happen to anyone. It does not distinguish on religion, gender, sex, or socioeconomic status. For me, well, now I'm going to talk about a story. And Melissa and I were best friends since we were 4 years old. As we were growing up, Melissa was the kind of girl that acted in a lot of school plays, and she was a popular girl. When we were 13, everything was cool until one day I saw her wrist with a lot of marks she had cut herself. She saw me with playful eyes and told me, "Come on, Diana, I'm not that kind of girl. It was just a one time thing." The only thing I remember telling her was that she had to talk to her parents. So Melissa did it. She talked to her parents and they all went to a hospital to get an appointment to talk to a psychologist. And they realized that that there was an 8 month wait list. So after 8 months, they went to the hospital again and the doctor didn't show up. So of course Melissa's parents were really mad. And this one time thing that Melissa said happened a lot of more times. So her parents took her to a private psychologist, and of course the sessions were expensive. Melissa went to that psychologist for 1 year, but they had to stop these sessions because there was a lack of money this time. After a few years, Melissa started feeling weird again, but this time she didn't talk to her parents because they were still having money issues. So she went solo to get an appointment, and she got it. The psychologist said that she had to take some pills for her to be happy and so on. But he never told her to come again to see how she was developing. Nothing. At the age of 19, Melissa started doing weird things such as hitting herself, hitting the walls, and getting furious out of anything. So this time she got worried and told her family. Her mother and brother told her that she had to go to a doctor, but this time her, her father opposed. He told her that it was a waste of money, and if the first time it didn't work out, what would the second will? So Melissa did not receive the treatment she needed, and a fact here is that if people with BPD do not receive treatment, they tend to do drugs. So Melissa did. She started doing drugs, but luckily her parents found out about this. They talked to her and they encouraged her to go to a psychiatrist this time. Even though they said therapy is expensive, we prefer that our daughter is around and lucid. So my point with this example is that if Melissa's parents wouldn't have invested in Melissa's well-being, she wouldn't have received the therapy that she needed. So these situations happen to a lot of Peruvians in this country. They do not have the money to go to a private session, to go to a private psychologist or psychiatrist, and they do not get the treatment that they actually need. I know that the government is trying for them to be healthier, but I think that they have to try harder for them to get out of that disease. Thank you.